Hi, I'm Emma, a video editor here at Blueline Learning, and in today's tutorial I'll be showing you how to use the Puppet tool on After Effects to be able to create a scrunched up piece of paper, and then also how to animate it to make it look like it's being thrown. There should be an example on screen right now so that you're able to see exactly what it will look like in the end. I start off by screenshotting the end screen of the scroll in Premiere. I then take this into Photoshop, where I take out the background and any additional parts that aren't needed. For example, in ours, I don't need the presenter, so I remove Steve. Then, using the Puppet tool on After Effects, which almost looks a little bit like a pin from a notice board, I then scatter them around the scroll, in no particular order, it's all randomised, but I focus on the edges and then also a few in the middle as well. I then move my playback head forward a few keyframes and I start to move the pins. You're able to control how the scroll scrunches by using the pins, and you're able to adapt the way that they move inwards by using the curve tool on the movement. I repeat this step numerous times while moving the playback head forward to be able to achieve the results that I want. You can then adjust where the keyframes are and how close together or far apart they are to be able to control the speed of the scrunch. I then turn on the 3D element in After Effects so that I'm able to add a bit more depth to the scroll and the scrunch, particularly when it throws. An important thing to check when turning this on is that the anchor point is in the middle of the scrunch, and you can move it by using the tools at the top. I then use the X, Y and Z rotation keyframes to add movement to the scrunched up ball and to make it look and seem more three-dimensional. I do a lot of this by eye, there's no exact measurements, so just kind of play around with it and see what works for yours. I then also add keyframes to the positions and the scales of the scroll to make it look like it's being thrown. Again, I do this by eye as well, so it's worth having a little play around with this, but generally speaking, you want it to get bigger as it gets closer towards the camera. And then I export it. I personally like to export it as a PNG sequence, as I find it's easier to import into Premiere in this format, but you can do it in so many different format types. The most important thing for me was that the background was transparent, and you can achieve that by doing a PNG sequence. And that's the end of this tutorial. I hope you found it useful and helpful. Let us know in the comments below, and I'll catch you next time with a new tutorial.